Alrighty, good morning, YouTube. I'm hopping on here to talk to y'all about something that I think is holding you back and a little mental framework that you need to get over in order to actually become the person you want to become and to finally achieve your goals. Now, a lot of people that begin to better themselves and begin to start going to the gym more and start becoming the person they think they want to be, get stuck in this mental trap of they want to become this new person, but they're doing it for their old self. And what I mean by this is the person that they currently are at the time, completely broken, can't get out of bed for shit, can't eat clean, can't diet, can't meal prep, can't take a shower unless it's burning hot, can't do their push-ups in the morning, anything. They just, their days are full of I can'ts. These people want to make this change and become successful and start lifting more and get big and make money through their business and all this kind of stuff without actually changing who that person is. And a lot of this is because, you're trying to hold on to the feeling that you would get if you had all those things come to you in the current moment. How much better would you feel if all your problems were just solved and you didn't have to do anything? In the moment, it's going to feel easy, but it's also this concept of, you're doing it for that guy that was broken or whatever, instead of doing it for someone who has bettered themselves. Because you know that as soon as you better yourself and then you get all these rewards, well, the rewards might not mean as much because you bettered yourself in all these other ways that, and you became the man that was able to accept those rewards. And the man that was able to accept those rewards didn't feel like he needed them as much because of where he was in his life. And that's the thing, is that you can't accept these rewards unless you become who you need to become in order to accept them. So it might seem, it might not be what you want to hear, but it's the only way that you can actually do it. You have to finally, like I say, guys, you finally have to create your plan. You got to make a step-by-step process that's going to get you out of your hole. And even if you don't know what that exact step-by-step process, even if you don't have someone to help you, you can always write down just a basic of, let's start with where I'm at, and then go to the end and write down where you want to be. You want to be successful, have your cars, whatever that you want, have money, have a good physique, maybe have a house, whatever it is. Now you need to write down all these little things that would cause you to not get that. If I was to keep doing X, Y, and Z, that would guarantee that I would not complete and fulfill those goals. So you write down all these little things or whatever. And then you're going to write down all the things you would have to do in order to achieve them. Now, you're going to see a lot of similarities between the things that you have to get rid of and the things that you have to do. But what's good, the removing things that are negative from your life is going to be one of your biggest driving factors. You can add on a million things, add on these million positive actions that you're now adding on, but if your core foundational principles and just the core day-to-day steps that you're doing are still shit, it's gonna feel like you're moving, but you're just gonna be spinning your wheels in place. You're not gonna be making any progress. it's so important that you get rid of all these bad habits. And you need to just eliminate everything in your life that is getting in your way. And this doesn't need to feel like some egotistical, narcissistic personality that you're developing that's like, oh, I only care about myself and whatever. You're doing this because you want to be in the position to help other people. You want to be in the position where your mind is more clear. If you're not constantly pushing yourself to be better and you're constantly falling back lower and lower, you're becoming a more egotistical narcissist person because you can't even pick yourself up in order to be able to be kinder to other people. So, it might not be what you want to hear, but you can't accept these rewards of the things that you want in this life unless you actually become the person that is able to accept these rewards. You're never gonna get anywhere unless you start today and change all these things that are causing you to fall back and fall back and fall back. In this process of changing things and becoming better, you're going to start to realize, okay, well, now that I'm finally do this, my battery's dying on this thing. Now that you're finally doing all these things to make yourself better, it's going to kind of, increase your brain's mental thought process and mental capabilities. This is going to give you more business ideas. You're going to think of more creative ways to just be more effective in whatever your ventures are. And you're going to see, as you compound these little wins, you're just going to keep on getting better and better and better until you get to the point where you no longer feel like that person that was down in the hole, broken, and that couldn't accept all these good things. You're at the top of the mountain, feeling amazing, ready to accept it all. And that, that is the goal that you want, is to be at the top of the mountain, ready to accept it all with a good physique. But something inside you just wants to keep on pulling you down and dragging you back into this hole, in this abyss. And, some of it is your whole life you've been told that money is evil, money's the root of all evilness. You've been told that anytime you see someone doing good for themselves, you've seen all your friends, your family hate on them, shit on them, tell them that, this person's just stuck up because they're happy. People don't like to see other people happy, and there's no reason you should be continuing to pull yourself down into a deeper depth just because other people don't want to see you happy. And the goal isn't to be happy all the time. The goal is to be proud of yourself for what you're doing. But in becoming proud of yourself for what you're doing, you're just going to be, quote unquote, happier all the time. It's about the inputs. You can't be focusing on where you're going. You can't be focusing on, the 10K a month price point, whatever it is. You can't be focusing on the car. These are things you need to keep in mind, but you need to be focusing on all the little inputs that you're doing that are causing you to get to that point. I'm consistently waking up on time each and every morning. I do not miss, no matter what. Monday through Sunday, I never miss. I consistently take a cold shower every morning, Monday through Sunday. I never miss. I follow the step-by-step process. I keep my core foundational principles in line. I do not break. You just have to continuously keep on pushing yourself. And every time you fall back on each little step, every time you, maybe this doesn't matter, maybe that doesn't matter. Every time, you're just getting further and further and further away. And then next thing you know, you feel like you're back at square one, and you wonder why you feel like you can't stick to something and you don't trust yourself. Because every time that you're getting so close and you're about to break through the next level, you do something, and then it pulls you back. And then you do something else, and then it pulls you back again. You know, it's not an easy road. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna be tired, you know, and it's not fun. It's gonna feel like you're moving backwards almost before you're moving forward. But if you have to move just a little bit backwards in order to slingshot forward, why do that? Why not do that? Why just keep on walking backwards, you know? It doesn't, you know, the further you walk backwards on purpose, you know, you're not always going to slingshot further forward. So you need to focus on collecting that energy and using it to drive you forward as hard and fast as you can. That way you can get to this next level and finally level up. Well, it was a short one today. I just wanted to kind of speak that. I feel like, you know, it's a simple topic, but a lot of people just are holding on to this old self that they have, that they just really don't want to let go of. And if you don't learn to let go of your old self, your old habits, you're never going to get out of this pit. You're never going to get out of this hole that you're stuck in, you know. You can go get all the coaches, all the mentors you want, you know, all the help. But if you are not willing to help yourself, nobody can help you and nobody can save you. You know, you can pay with your money or you can pay with your time. You can find someone to help you. You can do it alone. Either way, you know, they say time is money. It's because time is a currency. You can pay with one or the other. Keep on pushing, keep on grinding. Don't let those bad habits set in. Have a good one, guys.